week on CWN, we have new NHS members.
And our girls soccer coach is Coach of the Year. I'm Kendall.
And I'm Nathan, and today is Saturday, April 16th, 2022. And you're watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review. You know, Kendall, we are slowly inching towards graduation and the end of the Saturday show.
Sadly, that is true, but, let's go ahead and live in the moment and once again start off with science. And Mrs. Compton's class did a lab last week over wind turbines. Here's Jonathan, who spoke to Mrs. Compton for more information on that lab.
I'm Jonathan Latta from Calallen TV, and why is renewable energy so important? I'm here in Ms. Compton's class, engineering class, and they're doing a lab on the effect of load on wind turbine output. I am now here with Ms. Compton, and can you please tell me more about this lab?
Hi, so yes, in our engineering science class, or principles of engineering, right now the students are learning to determine the effects of the load on a wind turbine, and they're trying to figure out how much power they can produce out of these turbines depending on which resistance they have their settings on, the resistance setting.
So I see that you have a little thing that can tell you all the data. Can you please tell me about that?
Yes, so the students have downloaded the graphical veneer analyzer on their phones, and so they're able to collect the data directly to their phones, and the sensors have a Bluetooth setting on them, so that's how they're able to connect, and they can control the variable of the ohms, the resistance to the sensor, and then they're able to collect at different levels and then decide at which level of resistance is best for maximum power output. The first activity that the students did with the wind turbines was to first determine at what angle the blades need to be in order to maximize power. So they determined that between 35 and 45 degrees was the best angle for the blades in order to maximize power.
Thank you so much for your time. That's it for me. Now back to the studio.
And Kendall, it seems like every week we are reporting on those engineering kids, and they're always up to something really cool over there. And pre-AP chemistry classes also did a lab last week over stoichiometry. Cooper caught up with Miss Johns and Michael. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm here with Mrs. Johns and Michael. All right. Michael, what have y'all been doing in class up to now?
We've been learning about thermochemical equations using stoichiometry and exo and endothermic reactions.
Very good, Michael, yes.
Ms. Johns, you did a lab today talking about thermochemical equations. What was the process of that?
Well, for that, we were making a reaction happen inside which is the system, and we were measuring what happened to the surroundings. And so once they get that data, they have a lot of analysis questions to do where they're going to be able to calculate the energy in that reaction, plus they'll be able to identify which one's endo and exo, and hopefully it will help them prepare for an exam. And then they have to do stoichiometry with that, so I'm really excited to see how well they do, because we've been working on it in class a lot. But this is their hands-on opportunity to see that in action.
Doing a lot of chemistry in chemistry class? That's what that sounded like. Michael, what'd you learn overall with the lab?
I learned that whenever you mix sodium bicarbonate with HCl, it creates an endothermic reaction, and when you mix magnesium with HCl, it creates an exothermic reaction.
Always good to do chemistry, lab, practical, because it's pretty abstract otherwise.
I agree too, because we've been doing the calculations in class, and it's just been these random reactions I've been putting up. So here, figure this out. And so today I was really glad that they got to actually see the temperature change and that the energy does move into or out of the system. And so they can see how the surroundings is affected. So yeah, hopefully, that's the whole point in lab, is to enhance what we learn in class.
Thank you all. That's all from here. Back to the studio.
I mostly spoke to Mr. Farias on the recent ag competition that occurred last week and what's to come. Let's take it to them for more.
Good morning, Calallen TV. I'm Wesley, and I'm here with Mr. Frias. And there were some events last week with ag competition occurring over the weekend in his district. And can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. We had some career development events that we had in Jerdington. We had everything from livestock judging all the way to floriculture and farm business management. We had quite a few teams that participated, did very, very well. All teams are competing this week at area contests. So,
all right, very good. And why do you think your students placed the way they did in competition?
Hard work and determination is what it is. practice. We do practice every day, or some teams are practicing every day, and it's just a lot of hard work and studying.
Yeah, for sure. And how are y'all aiming to improve in the future to get better placements and anything?
Our goal is to qualify for state in all our events. So we're just continuing to study and practice hard and keep working.
All right, for sure. And good luck to Ag. And that's all from us. Now back to you.
You know, Nathan, I heard that you did that. How'd that go?
It was actually really good. So last week we were in Jourdanton, Texas, and team did great. We were second overall. It was a really big contest, about 350 kids. And actually just the other day, on Wednesday, we were at Richard and Borchard Fairgrounds for area. Teams from the Valley all the way up to near San Antonio were there. It was a great contest, and we were able to take third, and we had a state qualifying bid, so we're going to be heading to state in College Station. Me and my teammates, we had a couple of top 10 individuals, so it was a great experience, and we can't wait for state.
That's really cool.
We caught up with Ms. Muthwell and Laura about the SNHS beach cleanup that occurred last Saturday. Let's send it to them for more.
So, Ms. Muthwell, how long have y'all been doing the beach cleanup?
Well, we've been doing it since 2010. That is what, like almost 12 years? Mm-hmm. 12 years, yes.
And what do your Spanish National Honor Society students get out of the beach cleanup?
Well, first of all, the experience. You know, the experience of coming here and then doing all this cleaning, and then also, you know, that helping the community.
Yes.
You know, they're helping the community, having a place, beach to go and enjoy, not just for themselves, but for everybody else.
And how many students did you get to come here today?
Today there were 19 students. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Muthwell.
Thank you.
I'm here with Laura Silva. So, Laura, what did you do today at the beach cleanup?
Today I picked up cigarettes, plastic, and bottles all around the beach.
Now, what did you get out from this experience?
I was able to clean the beach a little more so that all the trash wouldn't go into the ocean and kill all the animals.
And new NHS members were inducted Monday night. Kate interviewed their sponsor, Mrs. Vincent, to gain more insight on what all went on with that induction.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm here with Ms. Vincent, our NHS sponsor. It's currently the day after NHS induction. So, Ms. Vincent, there was obviously a lot of people there last night. So can you just tell us a little bit about how it went?
Sure. It went really great. We had 47 members inducted into the National Honor Society, and these things were based on leadership, character, service, and scholarship. And we had a great turnout, and it was exciting.
Yes, ma'am. So now that people have been inducted in NHS, what are your what are the expectations that they have throughout the rest of the school year along with their high school career? Like, can you just give a little more?
Sure. So they have to maintain a 4.5 GPA. They have to do community service hours each semester and during the summer. And they have to stay enrolled in a pre-AP, AP, or dual credit class. And, of course, maintain good behavior and attendance.
All right. Well, obviously, congratulations to everyone who's inducted. Thank you so much. And that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
The art students competed in the Port of Corpus Christi and Art Museum of South Texas's annual Visionarios competition. Several students placed. We caught up with their art teacher, Mr. O, and student Symphony Rose. Let's take it to our interviewers for some more.
I'm Aiden Fernandez from Calallen TV, and I'm joined by Mr. O about the art contest. So, Mr. O, what's it about?
The art contest is done by the Art Museum of South Texas. Visionarios Youth Art Contest is the name of the contest, and every year we participate. I get all my students prepared for it, and we usually place, and this year we did it again with 5 students. 5 students are Elisa Silva, Mia Dorsey, Kayla Brotherton, Alexandra Perez, and Symphony Rose.
My name is Kendall, and I'm here with Symphony Rose. So, Symphony Rose, over the weekend you went to Visionarios and you placed. How'd that go?
It went really well. I had a lot of fun.
That is definitely really cool, and I know you've gone for the, all of high school. So, what'd you place those previous years and this year?
Freshman year, I placed 3rd in mixed media. Then sophomore year, I placed 1st in wet media. Then junior year, I placed honorable mention for wet media again. And then this year, I placed 1st for mixed media.
Well, that is definitely really cool, and congratulations again. That's definitely really exciting. That's all from us. Back to the studio. And we have more on that Special Olympics event that occurred recently. We're going to take it over to Cooper with Mrs. Witchard for more information.
Hi, I'm here with Ms. Wishard. Our athletes competed in the Special Olympics this weekend. Can you tell us how they did?
Absolutely. Bree right here ran the 50 meters. She got a bronze medal. Kerrigan right here, she ran the 100 meter. She got a silver. Caleb here behind us ran the 100 meter, and he got a silver. And then Jose Chapa, who is absent today, ran the 100 meter, and he got a gold medal. Our program is really, really good, and I was really pleased that Special Olympics went back to a face-to-face competition this year, because it's been 3 years since we competed as a group in public. And so my kids did really, really good. This program helps our kids get involved with regular ed kids when we do our runs together. If you guys want to get involved in Special Olympics, I would strongly encourage you to come to my room and talk to my kids and see that we can do events together.
It's a good program. How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been involved, and I can remember the first year that I did it and I went to a competition. It was life-changing. When you see 500 or 600 special needs students and they're running their hearts out, it just really is a life-changing experience.
Again, it's great, important for these kids to be able to do stuff like that. Always great. All right, that's all from here. Back to the studio.
And it is now the 4th week that we'll be showing you GP student reports.
Yeah, Nathan, you know, a couple minutes ago, we got to see those Visionarios and Symphony Rose and everyone placing. And I got to get a sneak peek, and, you know, GP, some of their students also went to Visionarios. So let's go ahead and take it over to that video to find out.
Good morning, my name is Elena Jones, and here's what's going on at GP. On Friday the 8th, Gregory Portland ISD broke ground for the upcoming Childhood Development Center. Children from our community got to help.
We are proud to be Wildcats because of the way our community supports us.
Construction hopes to be completed by September of next year. Our GP artists got to participate in Visionarios hosted by the Art Museum of South Texas. Several students received awards.
I got first place in dry media for my piece Distinction. I was pretty shocked about it because I didn't think they would get that far, but I felt really proud of myself and accomplished.
Our Synergy Robotics team made it all the way to the semifinals last week at the State Robotics Tournament.
Our strongest trait as a team is just how well we work together. Our team name is Synergy, and it really shows like how well we work together, not just as like a robotics team, but as like a friend group.
And now, 3 of our varsity tennis team members are advancing to this week's UIL Tennis Regional Tournament.
Yeah, it's just I've been there a lot, and I'm proud of myself. I mean, I put in the work, so you get what you earn, what you work for.
Yeah, it's just all the work pays off for you. Just like playing at least 2 or 3 hours outside of school every week just really helps you.
It's really nice to have a coach that really cares about the sport, and it's just it motivates me to try my best.
At Cavanis Field, our girls soccer team played against Dripping Springs. They played a tough game and showed great sportsmanship in their loss.
This experience for me has changed me as a person and a player for the better. I'm sad I'm going to be leaving the program, but it's in good hands, and I wish the girls good luck.
Thanks for a great season. And that's the GPTV news for this week's student report. If you liked what you saw, check out these QR codes and link below. Have a great Easter weekend.
Well, it was really cool to see what's going on over there in GP, and you know, really not too many differences between us and Jim and our Wildcats just across the bridge. So it's pretty interesting to be seeing that.
It really is. Now we're going to go ahead and take it over to Willie B with the rundown on sports.
Thank you, Kendall, and good morning, Wildcats. The Calallen Lady Cat soccer team competed in their regional soccer tournament this past week. After getting the win against Wimberley, they competed against Bernie and unfortunately fell short, losing 3-2. We spoke to Laramie Miller and Coach Love on their thoughts and emotions about the game. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Mia. I'm here at Calallen TV, and I'm here with Laramie. So I know that y'all played against Bernie, but y'all fell short. What were some turning points that you saw?
The first half, there wasn't a lot of action, per se. It went pretty scoreless, but as the second half rolled around, we did get scored on, and it just kept going back and forth. So I think the initial goal scored on me. It was kind of like a little toe poke, but it kind of lit a fire under us, and we went to go look for a second goal, the next 5, and so on and so on. And I guess the last goal, we just fell short, and we couldn't get another one in. So
yeah, I'm here, Coach Love, and the soccer girls had a game against Wimberley, coming out with the dub 4-1, and then they had a game against Bernie, but falling short 3-2. So what were some toughest challenges that you faced in Bernie's game?
I think in Bernie's game, there was a lot of wind there, so that definitely was
something that we're used to, but it also obviously always plays a factor. And then also coming off of an extremely tough game the day before, and not having much time to kind of get the rejuvenation that we needed, whether it be nutrition, rest, things like that. And of course the heat, just being in McAllen is definitely some heat there. But they were also an extremely physical team, which we are physical as well. And so, but those are some of those factors that just kind of played into that game.
And coaching this team, how has it impacted you?
Man, this team is, we kept saying, what is your legacy going to be? What is each chapter going to say? So leave a legacy here. And I think with this group, they have done that. They've left a legacy of integrity, sportsmanship, and work, grit, dedication, so many things that this group has done, and just to be able to continue to push themselves and get better each day. And yeah.
And lastly, is there anything you want to tell your girls about the season?
Man, thank you for a great year, and I couldn't be more happy and more excited for the things that we did together as a group, and with the coaching staff that we have as well. I think putting that all together, we have a fantastic group, and again, thanks for the memories that we put in, and thanks for each chapter of that book that we were writing this year, and let's go get them.
Well, good job to all the soccer girls and an amazing season. Now that's all for me. Now back to the studio.
Our girls soccer coach, Coach Love, has been awarded the Coach of the Year award, and it is well deserved. We spoke to Coach Love on how she feels and what it takes to get to the point where she's at right now.
Hi, I'm Mim, and I'm here with Coach Love. So first of all, congratulations on winning Coach of the Year in the state of Texas. How does it feel to earn such a high-valued award?
It's huge for me. I think the biggest thing is I want people to know, I don't do this by myself. It's because of the girls and what they do, and the coaching staff and what they do. I think that's what has got us to this point. And so this isn't just for me, but it's for all of us, I think, and for all of us to be recognized. But it's a huge honor to be recognized for that.
And what were some contributions you feel that helped them make their decision to pick you?
I think the biggest things are we just try to uphold a high standard here within our soccer program. No matter where you're at, and if you're part of the team, you've got a high standard to hold, whether it's in academics, whether it's in sportsmanship, whether it's just integrity. That's what we look for in our soccer program, and that's what I think keeps us where we're at.
And finally, looking forward, what are some things you're working to accomplish?
I think things that we're working to accomplish is to continue that tradition, to continue that legacy of continuing to get out there and do the best that we can every day. And what does that look like in getting out and just taking care of business?
All right, thank you. And that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
The softball team competed against Robstown here at home, beating them 15-0. Brooklyn Metter, freshman sensation, is racking up the home runs and throwing people out from behind the plate. Softball has been on a roll, shutting teams out and getting into a groove. Let's keep it up. The Calallen baseball team has competed against Robstown, and Justin Lampkin did his thing with 16 strikeouts. While Justin is up on the mound, his team is at the plate making key hits and runs to win the ball game. Keep up the hard work, Calallen baseball. Cannot wait to see what y'all can accomplish. And track had a very good field day opening up the district track meet. Evan Eden took first place in discus. Reed Balthrop took second place in discus. Brooklyn Metter took first in shot and discus. Brody took first in pole vault. And we will have many more standouts we will have reports on next week. Colton Calloway signed with Texas Lutheran University this past week to play football.
Yo, it's Willie B with CalallenTV, and I'm here with Colton Calloway. Colton Calloway signed his letter of intent with Texas Lutheran University. Myself and Colton will be going to Texas Lutheran University this fall to, get out there, compete, and play some football. So, Colton, there was a lot of emotions out here today on your signing day. What's going through your mind, and how do you feel right now?
What's going through my mind is that all the people that have come out and watched me play and I grew up with and kind of grew with throughout these years in Calallen. And it's good to be playing with my brother again for a couple more years, and that I know that we're going to do great things over there for TLU, and we're going to get academics up and live great lives.
For sure, Callaway. So another thing, you're going into college, you're thinking majors, what you're going to study, thinking past college too. What are you going to study in college?
Pre-vet.
For sure, Callaway. I'm excited to keep the duo alive. As football fans, stay tuned. We'll have a bunch in the future for us to come watch. You can watch us in Seguin this upcoming fall.
And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Now I'll send it back to Nathan.
Well, thank you very much, Willie B. Definitely really interesting to see what's going on over there.
Yeah, and we've definitely had some pretty cool stuff coming up here on the show today. We talked about science, talked about GP, and everything these students are doing. But now it's time to send to Jolie with today's weather forecast. What's in store for us today, Jolie?
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather is brought to you by Sonic, America's Drive-In. Outside, it is 77 degrees with a 6% chance of rain and those south-southeast winds blowing at 11 miles per hour. As our day continues, our temperatures are reaching up to the 90s at 4 o'clock, and our temperatures are fluctuating from the high 70s, mid-80s, kind of all over the place. And our winds are blowing continuously from the southeast, ranging at about 15 to 17 miles per hour. On Easter Sunday, which is tomorrow, we will have a high of 92 and wind speeds up to 18 miles per hour, still again from that southeast, and no chance of rain, so clear skies for those egg hunts. There are 34 days until graduation. Let's send it back to the anchors.
Well, thank you very much, Jolie. I'm definitely really excited for Easter, and those clear skies would be really nice.
Well, that's all we have for you today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So, guys, what is a computer's least favorite food?
I don't know, Nathan. What?
Spam.
And for all of you social people out there, make sure you are following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Calallen TV for all of the latest updates. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.